Here, let me just
Ooh, gotta get the flex going. All right,
I wish I had muscles.
I'm gonna go ahead and load up the chat while we're doing this. While it's sending out the initial notification, everyone's getting tuned in. All these nice notifications. Okay. Go ahead and get 1,000 videos now. I've uploaded that often on YouTube. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get the chat loaded up. Alright, let's see how well they can hear us. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this audio on. We're gonna go ahead and get the chat loaded up. Go ahead and crank on over. Let's see how well they can hear us. I'm gonna go ahead and turn. Okay, sweet, they can hear us. Perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Awesome.
I hate the volume slider on YouTube.
Okay. No, wait. And
Bruh.
okay, yeah,
Bruh.
let's have that up. We'll have that up. I'm getting messaged. Oh, Hayden. Oh, Hayden's here.
Hey.
Right on time.
We'll be back, guys. Give us a second, alright? Alright. Hang on. How do I,
I can hear it.
I don't know how to turn this thing off. No. Oh, there it is. BRB. Oh, never mind. Wrong one. What's up, dude? It's alright, well, we're, Jadamson just, let, old boy in, so, be a second. But, yeah. So, yeah, you guys wanna, I'm gonna be this guy. Go follow me on, Instagram, KendallStone_Dodge. Cause why not? Jordan should, be here on his live stream, but he's not. So I'm gonna go ahead and, plug in my Instagram, cause, that's what you need right there. KendallStone, KendallStone_Dodge, and KendallStone_Ford. For the qualityness, and also a giveaway, maybe.
And we're back.
Oh, he's back. We're in trouble.
It's Magnum.
Don't tell him what I said. Alright, go ahead.
What, dude, Magnum?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Magnum condoms. He's all over the place. Love it.
Can you sponsor me, man? I buy enough of them. You know, for the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me go swing that bar stool around.
Oh, you're swinging now?
Ooh, we're swingers?
Ooh. Don't be trying to rub it all over me now. Nasty.
Just go take my chair, huh?
Yeah.
Rip. You thought wrong.
Oh, man. I hate this then. I hate sitting with
You didn't bring me one?
Huh?
You didn't bring me one?
I got you one right here, buddy.
Ooh.
That's better. Than
Hey, sponsor.
Sponsor of the day, hashtag Coca-Cola. Alright.
Jordan, please.
Since I'm way back here, I don't know if anyone can hear me. Okay, yeah, it's picking up everything.
It's picking up everything. I have nos. It's nos.
Alright.
Don't be rubbing your leg all over me, bro. Ooh, high five. What are you doing?
Alright, guys, welcome back to another episode of the
Look at that
Caffeine
tan line, though.
Pre-Show.
Oh!
Good gosh.
Hey.
Man, all of us in our
Oh, God!
That looks great.
Yeah, it does.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another
I'm ashamed
episode.
of my body.
Me too. Can I get a new one?
Yeah, I just ended it. Anyway, alright. What's up, guys? Woo!
Welcome back to another episode of the Caffeine and Octane Pre-Show podcast. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So as you guys cannot see right now, there's going to be an image that'll show up about Hayden's head each time we change the story. So to open up, we're going to talk about the Mclaren 600 LT. So Michael, if you'd like to open the picture that says Mclaren.
Where is it? Mclaren?
Yeah. There we go. So now I have a picture of a 600 LT on screen. So, in case you guys are new and don't know the McLaren 600 LT, that's the Hyundai picture that we're going to talk about later. That it's red circled around right now for some odd reason.
Oh.
Anyway, if you guys are new to the world of cars recently,
Jeez.
they can't see it anyway.
Anyway, continue on. Go ahead. Don't.
McLaren just recently unveiled the 600 LT. It's basically the most performance-oriented version of their Super Series you can get, which is, of course, the sports series, not the Super Series. The sports series is the 540C, which we don't get here in the States, and the 570S, which several YouTubers own, I believe. Hayden's disappearing.
Sorry, I need to charge my phone.
Anyway,
there you go.
the 600 LT is going to be kind of a similar kind of thing, like a little brother to the 720S. Of course, it's going to have a lot less. It's probably going to have about 100 less horsepower to the 720S. It's going to be, I think it was like 592 horsepower. Street Speed said.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. At least it's going to have about 592 the crank on the 600 LT, and then we're gonna have as well. It's gonna have a mid-exit exhaust, like it's off the near the engine compartment. Have you seen those?
Like a 918?
Yeah, like exactly like a 918.
Hey, that's cool.
You can kind of get a glimpse of it in the shot if you zoom in. I don't think you can zoom in on YouTube, but if you can,
zoom one in
on the picture.
I got it.
Michael here is just gonna pull the picture up a little bit so we can demonstrate the exhausts of the 600 LT.
Where is it?
I don't know if you can actually see them in the shot. You can see a little bit of it. Like, it's towards the engine.
That right there?
No.
Oh, up here?
Nah, it'd be like right up there.
Yeah.
Where at?
Like up top.
They can't see my cursor.
Oh,
so.
lame.
Alright, so if
True,
you
yeah.
can shrink that down.
I'm used to that. Oh.
Oops.
Oh. Alright. It's good.
Bye.
We'll leave it there.
So, I guess, what are the thoughts on the 600 LT?
It looks Gucci.
That's gonna be sick.
What do you think, Michael? Would you buy one if you had the money?
Nope. Why would you want to buy a car that costs so much you can't even drive it?
But we do know there's a couple of YouTubers buying them. So far, the only one I can completely confirm is Street Speed has said
He said he's buying one, or is he thinking?
He said it's financially smart and he thinks he really wants it. So
I hope he gets a 720. I like the 720 better.
What is it?
The McLaren. 600, that 600. And then there's the 720S, which I think is better looking and is way faster.
It's so cool. It's so cool looking.
Yeah.
I was next to one when we left Caffeine last month. I wish I filmed it. It was a volcano orange.
It's got some
720S.
funky body lines.
Yeah, it does.
It's really
basically, the 600 LT is going to be one of the best handling sports series cars ever. It's going to be the best handling. It's probably going to be up there as one of the best cars you can buy for the money. I feel like it's probably going to be more to compete with the 911 GT3 RS. I don't think it's going to be anything like crazy fast or anything like that. It's not going to be busting the doors off anything too crazy, but it's definitely going to be fighting with the 911 for sure. And Michael is not in the chat, even though he's right here. Oh, and speaking of, since I haven't introduced the guys yet, if you're new to my channel, this is Michael, aka Kindle Stone, here on YouTube. Owns a 2018 Scat Pack, which I just got done driving. Very interesting event. And this is Hayden. He doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he does have an Instagram, and he owns a Honda S2000. So be sure to go follow him on Instagram. Anyway, shameless plug out of the way. So
I already put mine in the beginning. You can go back and watch it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh man, I have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, you do.
But anyway, any other ideas, thoughts on the 600 LT, guys?
No, I can never afford one.
No.
My question to McLaren is, I wonder if are they still going to be using the 3.8 twin turbo, or are they going to be up into the 4-liter the 720S has and just down tuning it?
I don't know, man.
I think they're going to stick with 3.8 on this one.
Probably.
Just because it's already the Super Series engine. I don't think they would up the ante to the 4-liter yet, but I'm curious about it for sure. Alright, so I guess we're going to move into the next story, which is the rumored Hyundai takeover of
Shabam.
FCA. If you don't know what FCA is, it's Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, which is the family of Fiat, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, SRT, Alfa Romeo, stuff along those nature.
They're gonna have a Hyundai Charger.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome, man.
Oh gosh.
I just broke it. I don't know what happened. Oh, that's broke. Cancel.
There you go.
It's the Mclaren.
So we got that. A little Hyundai thing. Okay, just alright, put it over my face.
So
I'm a
yeah, we're talking
talking
about this right here.
Anyway, the Hyundai is supposedly putting a takeover bid on. It's putting a takeover.
Oh god.
Bid. Do you guys think Dodge will make a car that will make that'll match the GTR stock?
The red eye.
Yeah, I guess the red eye. But I mean, if you're talking about all-wheel drive stuff, you're looking more Challenger GT kind of territory. The Challenger GT, I've heard, can take out the Demon off the line, but it can't handle it in a race because the GT is all-wheel drive. So, at least that's what I've heard. There was a YouTube channel I watched that said that. You're killing me, Michael.
Oh my god, this is stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Hi, Hayden.
It gets, I don't know.
I got way better looking. There we go. Oh, no, nasty. Oh, yeah, that's bad.
They look like a Hyundai.
Yeah, all right.
Hyundai, whatever.
Anyway, so as we were saying, Hyundai is apparently putting a takeover bid on FCA. FCA has been FCA. FCA has been in some financial trouble the last few years. Everyone knows the bankruptcy that Chrysler had to deal with back. I think it was like 2000.
Why is Chrysler just giving up on life?
I don't
I
know.
don't understand. They've been through so many owners.
Chrysler and GM.
I own a Fiat Charger right now. Like, I don't understand.
That's it's gonna be Hyundai.
Can't remember the Fiat Grand Cherokee either.
Yeah, the Fiat Grand Cherokee.
No, the Charger being Alfa Romeo then. The Jeep's a Fiat, the Jeep's Alfa Romeo, or the Charger's an Alfa
This happened. I'm getting Hyundai badges for the Durango.
You might as well.
The Hyundai
Get
Durango.
3.8 liter badges for the sign.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, Hyundai is again, as I've said 3 times now, doing a takeover bid on FCA. FCA's had a bunch of financial issues the last few years, and it's going to be interesting to say the least. We were joking around earlier about them putting the Pentastar in the Genesis. Whenever the new Genesis Coupe comes out,
That's so gross. They need to put Hyundai engines into the freaking Dodge. The
replace
V6 Dodge.
use the 38 instead of the Pentastar.
Yeah, something like
Rebrand
You
the
know
38 as the
that would
Pentastar.
sound so weird for a muscle car.
Oh yeah, that brrr coming out the Charger.
Oh god.
Your mom would be like, "I want to trade up again. Gonna go get another one."
Yeah.
Basically, any thoughts on that? Hyundai wanting to buy over FCA.
I hope they do it. It's gonna be so funny. Michael's never gonna hear the end of it.
He's gonna want to sell the Charger. He'd be like, "I can't drive an import."
He can part with the KTM Alliance.
At least it's built in the U.S. So
Yeah, it was built in the US, but it's
maybe it's probably
the Jeep Renegade isn't. The Jeep Renegade's built in Italy.
Why would they? Why?
In Italy?
Yeah, because it's off a Fiat chassis.
Of course it is.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's off the 500X.
It's so nasty.
Ew.
So your sister's car's Italian.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. She got an Italian sports car.
Oh yeah.
An Italian
So
toast
fast. I drove that thing.
Is it bad?
So nasty.
Is it disgusting?
It's gross.
I bet.
It's an NA 4-cylinder that's like 1.8 liters.
Oh,
I know that.
Whatever
I know
that
that lad.
is. Yeah, it's no 1.8. 1.8.
not a 2-liter.
Oh. And it's way heavier too.
So, Mike, what are your
It's a
thoughts?
toaster.
Because I know you commented a few minutes ago on Chrysler giving up on life. Would you
Well,
like to go
they
into more
just
detail?
can't stay out of debt.
Yeah.
I guess
seen-
they're selling their cars too cheaply. I don't know. They seem overpriced to me.
Yeah, it
but-
seemed pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it, 40?
Huh?
40?
43 is like MSRP.
And that's used with 1,000
Well,
miles.
mine was used for 37.
Okay. That makes sense.
And that TA I looked at that was brand new. That was
It's
51.
51, yeah.
$51,000 brand new. But
That one had packages on it, though. I looked it up. The TA actually starts at 47.
really, that's so expensive. It's so
Yeah.
expensive.
You can get almost a base GT350 for that. Almost. I wouldn't say exactly, but you can get almost a base GT350 for the same cost as the Challenger TA. And that'd be our
But
decision.
I like the 8-speed more though.
8-speed's good.
8-speed's
way
awesome.
better.
Well, the
That's
only thing
so
about the
good.
GT350 is it's locked to being a manual. You can't get an automatic GT350.
I might have to go GT350 though.
Yeah.
I think I would have to.
Because of that red line, or because it only comes in stick?
It's my favorite combination. Stick shift with high red line. That's the combination you want.
Yeah, so I guess now, since we've gotten that out of the way, we have a lot of time to spare. We're going to be moving into a thing that Hayden came up with earlier today when we were designing the show, tonight's show. Haha, you can't do that. You have to disable the webcam to get the BRB image up.
Or I could just drag it all the way to the top and screw you up.
Ha, you thought wrong.
Bollocks.
Haha. Right.
I should
Oh,
laugh
dang
at
it.
Got him.
Anyway, we're going to move into another topic tonight that's not exactly a news story, but it's an idea that Hayden had when we were coming up with today's show, or tonight's show. Anyway, favorite memory from our previous and current cars.
Buying it. The
So-
payment.
So out of all,
but that's fun.
The payment was so good.
out of all of us, Michael's owned 3 cars. Hayden has owned basically 4 if you count the Durango. The voice crack. I'm thirsty, okay? When I get thirsty, I do. it.
Also
Oh,
13.
there's a closet right there.
Oh yeah.
What?
Mm.
Anyway. Anyway.
Oh, I just heard that. That's why I made that weird face.
Crap, I can't think now.
He's just scared he's gonna voice crack again.
I've owned 4. Yeah.
He's owned 4, including the Durango, basically, if you want to count that. And I've only owned 1. I mean, unless you want to count the Kia, which is 2.
No.
You don't count the Kia, so
No.
I'll just say 1. Anyway, so I'm going to let the guy with the most cars give his favorite memories of each of his previous cars and current car. Starting with the Mustang. You have to start with the Mustang.
With the Mustang?
So you just introduce the car and then give him your favorite memory.
All right, yeah, it was a 2005 Mustang 4-liter, 5-speed, and I think that my favorite thing I ever did with that car is I beat a V6 Challenger on Bill Carruth one time. Yep.
And that?
Yeah, it beat it.
How?
It was trash, dude. That Challenger was so trash.
Was it the old 3.5 or was it the Pentastar?
It was the old one. It
was
like a 2009 or whatever.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was disgusting.
The Pentastar is much better than the old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you could hear that transmission was going.
They say high output, 3.5 high output, but it's like
it's slow.
No,
it's horrible. And that thing's a monster. That thing's huge. That thing's massive. And I guess with the Genesis, that time we were fucking around with that one dude in the F-150.
Oh yeah, my god,
that was fun.
So just for background on that whole thing, because I was there for that. Basically, we were just doing a little bit of a highway cruise. We weren't even going nuts or anything.
No,
I wasn't even driving that.
I don't even know what I saw the dude tailgating you, and I was like, dude, it was like the third guy that day, and I was like, dude, why?
I was going.
So we slowed down.
I was going like 65, and like it was a
55,
yeah, because he was riding my ass, and I'm like, okay.
So we just slowed down, and then he just got triggered, so we just started messing with him.
And then Michael brake checked him so hard.
I
didn't even brake. He was in your lane, and I stopped because I knew he was going to go around you. Because you slowed down.
I slowed down.
And I saw him thinking about going around you, and I slammed on my brakes so hard.
Yeah.
He got so... I've never seen headlights so close. I swear they were on my rear window.
Dude, it was crazy.
Dude, and I looked back as he did it, and I saw the dude's face. It was just like...
You see that F-150 yaw forward?
Dude,
like, ooh.
The Taurus would not downshift fast enough, dude. As soon as I saw him like not slowing down, I was like, I slammed on the gas pedal. I was like,
got a blast.
I thought the Taurus was gonna get wrecked. Dude.
It would have been destroyed. Over. If you go on auction websites like totaled cars,
right,
and you look up Taurus, they're all rear end damage and they're all totaled out. Yeah,
wow,
it's so bad.
It's because the grandpas.
All the old people driving and hitting them.
Or brake checking F-150s.
Yeah.
And then now the S2K.
The S2000. Well, me and you took that road trip to Florida.
Yeah, that was good.
That was the first road trip I ever took, like with my own car, by myself. And
I go on one every week, Sam.
By myself.
And we've started the tradition now of bouncing into VTEC whenever we cross the state line. So.
Oh yeah.
VTEC line.
So now we're gonna go. And want me to go next?
Yeah.
Okay, so the only car I've ever owned is the car you guys see mostly on this channel, the 03 Sport Track. And my favorite memory with it, I can say getting destroyed by the 3.7. That was my only taste of street racing, and I'd never done it before.
The Jeep.
Yeah, you wrecked the Jeep.
Yeah, that was like months down the road. But
what are you getting embarrassed for? You talking about street racing already, so.
Yeah, but the 3.7.
We went to the speed limit, so it was legal. Yeah. It was in Mexico anyway, so it doesn't matter. But still.
Yeah, it wasn't like we were like going 180 or whatever. It's not like those cars could ever hit 180. I bet we couldn't even hit 120 in those cars. We couldn't even hit 100 in those cars without enough room. It would take. We'd have to do like a 1 mile race.
A Mexico trip freaking took forever because you couldn't get to 100.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, we didn't even try.
I tried in Mexico.
What, with the Jeep?
Yeah.
When was that? Was that there at that time? Oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
The junk took forever.
Yeah, and it was a rainy day in Mexico. I remember that.
That junk was so bad.
But like,
it would not hit 100.
The whole thing with that was me and Michael had a massive rivalry with each other with the Jeep forever, like in high school, and we dogged on each other forever about which one would be quicker. And
oh my god, that was so funny.
We settled that. So.
Yeah, but you did also have a tuner, so it's not fair.
It's not a misfire, so
that doesn't matter. You still misfire doesn't really.
I was not
your misfire was at idle anyway, so.
Is a point. So that's that. The 3.7 incident though, that was fun. Basically, what happened with that, Kaysen had tagged along with me. We went to go get my haircut. And
that's probably why you had all that extra weight in your car.
Mm-hmm. Kaysen was in there.
You would have wrecked him.
Oh yeah.
Would have been
annihilated.
Would have been like deuces.
Oh yeah, man.
Look at my
But
taillights.
You had the tuner, so obviously.
No, I didn't have it at the time. That was when my truck still.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Not at that time.
What?
I could have swore you had it. You've
No,
had
I
it
didn't.
yesterday.
I got the tuner.
You had that thing for like 2 years.
I got the tuner in February, and the race happened in December. No, early January. It was December, early January, because
Interesting.
No, because you sent it to me. And I didn't even know
it was the first video that I had with the GoPro.
We can just look back at that video clip.
Yeah, it was the Chandler. If you guys want to see the race, go to the Chandler is Back Boosted Mafia vlog. Kaysen recorded it in 1080 and then sent it to me over iMessage, and it went to like 240p. So it looked like it was filmed on like, it wasn't even a potato. That one, it was a brick. He took a brick and said,
Pretty sure he tried to film it with a book.
He took one of his books that he sells and was like, oh, by the way.
A Kindle Fire.
Shameless plug again. Go buy Hayden's books. Amazon.
Oh, yeah. Print sales, Amazon. Buy some books, guys.
Yeah.
School's starting back soon. I got plenty of textbooks.
Yeah, a lot of textbooks. I've been in his room and it's a good wall of books he's trying to sell. I think that's my favorite memory. That was getting walked by the 37. It was my first taste of street racing, and it was funny because me and my dad were plotting it the entire day. We were sitting there, and because we knew we were taking.
You want to go against the Challenger? Charger?
Heck
Same
no.
thing?
Yeah.
Heck
Yeah?
no.
You want to? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
You realize how bad I'll get destroyed.
No, you won't.
But the Charger?
I'll leave it in 4-cylinder mode.
You can't
Yeah,
lock
thank
it in the
you.
4-cylinder.
It's only fair.
Dude, you should hear it. It sounds so nasty.
Yeah.
With the active exhaust deleted.
Oh!
It's so
It
gross.
literally sounds like a Honda.
Yeah, man. You sound like a lawnmower like me.
But basically, like I said, the whole thing with that was we were taking all 3 cars out. By all 3, I mean my dad's car, mine, and my mom's. So we all went.
You should race your
somewhere.
mom's car.
The van.
Dude, that'd be
close.
That'd be a funny race.
I've joked around my mom trying to get her to do pulls with me. The only thing she'll do, she's revved at me once or twice.
My God, what does that sound like?
Air. Sound like cut on a fan.
That's what the Taurus sound like stock.
But-
Sound like after it had an exhaust on it too.
We went to a Italian restaurant, and me and my dad were joking
$1,000.
around. Kaysen was with me, and Kaysen was all like, "Yeah, dude, you should totally race him. You're Jordan's dad." My dad was like, "No," and then it just so happened that my mom went through a red light and just kept going. She didn't run it, but
Yeah, she did, don't lie.
she went it.
It was in Mexico, so it doesn't matter. They don't have red lights.
They don't know. But I was coming up there. I was behind my dad, and I saw the left lane was completely open next to him. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get over. And then I pulled up to my dad. I rolled the window down, and I do the whole spiel of I used to drag you back in high school, and my dad couldn't hear me, so it ruined the entire trip. And then Kaysen started doing this, and my dad goes, "I'm about to whoop you in front of your friend." He knocks it into sport, and he starts power braking. I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be bad." And that's where the whole video starts, is where right when the light turned green, we sat there for about a minute power braking, both of us.
God, I can just imagine how hot your torque converters were.
Very.
Freaking just like, yeah.
So basically what happened with that is the light turned green. My dad was in 3rd gear by the time we barely got down the road, and I was just going about 30. 4.0s are just not very good at race car engines for sure until, they're heads and hands. But anyway, I guess we can move on to you.
You can beat B6 Challengers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Apparently, I can
Yeah.
beat V6 Challenger. Your mom.
Nah. That thing's so fast, dude.
No, the Pentastar. Pentastar will just be like.
That thing's fast for what it is, realistically.
Alright, so
for
Michael,
real, for real.
you're up. 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh God. I don't know.
Let's see. I think I can think of one you might
What?
have. The leaving school.
Doing burnouts? Oh my God.
That
Yeah,
was so fun.
We went to school in Mexico for like a week straight and freaking just burn out every time.
Hey, I can talk about this because my mom told me I could.
One wheel peel. I mean, it's still illegal in America, so I mean, you can do burnouts in America all you want.
Oh yeah, dude, let's go do something.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess I think it was doing the exhaust. I think that was a very pleasing event.
And running open downpipe at one point?
Oh,
for a
it was
minute?
so nasty.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I can only imagine.
Oh, it's so gross. The drone was just disgusting. No, but that was the one exhaust system I did by myself. I just bought a muffler from AutoZone, and
You got some clamps.
yeah,
And there you
And
go.
some sealant.
$60 instead of $1,000 for the Taurus.
And so much more sound.
Yeah, and a lot more sound. It sounded pretty good too. I love the item.
I
It
guess-
had pops.
Yeah, dude.
I guess now, speaking of the Taurus, we're going to swing into that one, the 2014 Taurus. You
The
guys
Taurus?
remember? FBO Taurus, basically.
The Taurus.
Minus
Didn't have
headers. Yeah, minus headers. It was
Downpipe.
an FBO car.
And a downpipe.
I didn't even know that. Anyway, you guys didn't hear anything about headers and downpipes. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't know. Like, I
The
don't.
Dyno Day. The Dyno Day was fun.
Yeah,
That was interesting.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever seen like a dyno in person.
In person, yeah.
Besides import lines.
Yeah, Dyno Day was pretty good. That was an expensive $75, but it was fun.
Dude, that was so loud.
It was so
in front of it.
stupid.
It was so loud. That shit was
Dude,
so loud.
it was so funny. When we went to go get my dad's windows tinted, which is gonna be Tuesday's video. We were riding down 92, right? And my dad punched it, and I was all I could think of was Taurus. Oh my god!
You've soiled yourself. My god!
You just wrecked your panties.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude. I wish I was wearing panties right now.
You want to go
But
grab another
dude-
thong and come back?
The Taurus, I just the way that the 3.7 and 3.5 sound. Every time I hear one now, I automatically think of the Taurus. I have the intake was in that car.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not gonna be the same with my dad's car because he's gonna have the Flowmaster Outlaws eventually as well.
Yeah, if you're happy with a car, don't trade it in. Until something happens to it, you're gonna be so disappointed. Especially if you enjoy it, don't do it. Don't do it. I hate that I traded in the Taurus. I always told myself, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go and pay off the Taurus and I'm gonna buy my Grand Cherokee SRT. And I jumped the gun and I got a good deal on the Charger, but I'm not. I wish I had the Taurus still. Like
on top of the Charger.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah.
if you think you would have your dream garage would be to have the Taurus back and the Jeep and the Charger at the same time.
Yeah.
About to
Oh,
Jeep.
yeah.
I know you don't want the Jeep back necessarily as much as the Taurus.
Yeah.
No,
You're such a liar.
I didn't.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do
I
it.
don't
You
know.
hurt mine.
I didn't do
Anyway,
anything.
but yeah, don't trade in anything. If you're happy with it, if it's not messed up, don't trade it in. But so the Charger, I guess. I don't know.
You haven't had it long enough. To
I
say
haven't
that.
had it long enough. I think tomorrow would be the day though.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
Tomorrow would be the
going to
day.
park with the Mopars
Yeah.
at Caffeine Octane? That'd be
Talking
pretty
to
cool.
everybody about
about Dodge stuff.
I think that's gonna be the Charger's day.
So I guess now we can move in our favorite memories in each other's cars. So I'll
Oh,
say.
old boy has had a Magnum, Dodge Magnum / Dodge Caliber
Okay.
plus GMC Sierra. My favorite memory of all times. I've been in a Magnum, which would be hard for me to trade. Intriguing.
Magnums are actually very interesting cars. My mom almost got one actually.
My dad traded his in. It was a
Was it
like a
RT?
98.
A 98 Magnum?
No, Dodge Ram with the Magnum engine.
Oh, he's talking about the car. The
Oh,
little
the
wagon.
wagon.
The wagon.
My mom was bought one. She
Magnum.
at this time she had her 2000 Dodge Caravan, which was never on this channel. I don't even think you knew me when my mom had that van. No, you did because she got it right in the middle of 8th grade. So when I first met you, she still had it, but you never came to my house until 2 years ago. So
I never went to anybody's house.
yeah.
After my dad's Ram finally gave up after 300,000 miles, he almost bought a RT Dodge Magnum.
That's
I wish
what
he would have done
almost
it. It's so much better than his Durango, but he didn't. He didn't do it.
Yeah.
He's
And
like,
so-
he was like $1,500 for a Durango. Sure.
Actually, ironically, at the Dodge dealership they bought my dad's car at, when this was about, I'd say maybe about 10 years ago, my mom looked at an 05 Magnum RT. I think it was an 05, if I remember correctly. And she was that close to pulling the trigger, but she said she wanted something a bit more spacious, and then she wound up keeping her 2000 another few years, and now we got the 2011.
Old boy over here said his most favorite or the memory that sticks out the most is about his Magnum is when his girlfriend said that it looks ghetto.
Gosh, dude.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna move into kind of our favorite memories in each other's cars. So, I guess I'll start with the Genesis. What was it? We did a cruise with the Genesis once, like a night cruise with the guys. And it wasn't like we did anything too crazy. I'm trying to remember.
Which time was this?
Have we done that many night cruises?
I mean, there was that time we were with Simon and Shivum. There's been a few
Oh,
times.
do you guys remember the lady in the Infinity behind?
The crazy lady?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I'm thinking of.
Dude, that was so good.
Because we were just cruising around, we weren't even doing anything. All of a sudden, this G37 sedan just freaking cuts the crap off of Hayden and runs a red light.
Oh yeah, that lady was insane, dude.
You know the weird
No,
thing though, she
my-
pulled into the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know my favorite memory of Genesis now. It was the driving stick video when we did the driving stick video.
Oh yeah.
That was such a fun day.
That's where me and you really got to know each other.
Yeah, I hadn't driven stick at this point. See, I was a little.
That was a lot of.
About 3 years.
That.
3 years. It had been 3 years since I'd driven stick. When I drove the Genesis, because the last time I had a little
computer
experience. I mean, I had the shifter and the G920 and all that stuff at this point, but I hadn't driven a real manual transmission car at this point in 3 years. So Hayden just reached out to me. He was like, "Here, you got it." I was like, "Okay." And then that's where the driving stick video came from. The whole meme with that thing and how bad I did that day. But I mean, you gotta think it's been 3 years since I've driven stick, so
getting the real feel of the car.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. With the Mustang, I did not know him when he had the Mustang, so I can't really give a favorite memory on that. But with the S2000, I think I second his opinion in the road trip to Florida. It was just such a fun experience. And believe it or not, that car's a really good road trip car.
It's not bad.
The top being down. Granted, we did get rained on, which was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah.
At one point, so we had to pull over.
But it was only like 30 minutes.
No, it wasn't raining very long. And it can hold decently. It can't hold everything. I did have to leave something behind that I meant to take with me.
It's a 2.7 liter Magnum.
Oh, V6.
That's what he said.
Oh.
He's gonna transfer. Let's see.
Aren't those engines notorious for blowing up? Because I almost bought a 2.7 Charger for my very first car. Oh my God, your ass fell out of its car.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
He said he's thinking about buying an RT or SRT Magnum to transfer all or most of the mods from his old
God,
Magnum.
dude.
You're disgusting. Why?
Oh.
Alright, carry on.
Also, I think it's fine for me.
So I would say my favorite memory of the Honda was going down to Florida. It was just such a fun day.
Yeah, we've had 2 suitcases and a case of water.
Yeah.
And a backpack.
Yeah. So Michael, give your favorite moment to this car.
About my car.
Huh?
Cars. My cars.
We're starting. All of us are doing head, and then all of us do you, and all of us.
No, you go. You go about everybody's car, and then I go about everybody's car,
Okay.
and you.
So I'll move on to the Jeep. The Jeep was a very interesting thing. So I would say the very first time I sat in that dang thing. So basically the backstory of that, this was me and him kind of rekindled our friendship. It was about 11th grade.
It still stinks over here.
Yeah, you're such a. Basically, what had happened, I don't remember talking about it on video, but it was about 3 or 4 months after I got the truck. The thermostat housing blew up. In case you didn't know, that's a common 4.0 thing. His did it once or twice. Mr. Hayden the Ninja. Mine's blown up twice since I've owned the truck.
Gassy!
Yeah, this boy.
That's this kid right here.
This boy.
That's this one.
No. Anything you smelled me probably the trash I took out this morning. Because that was pretty rough.
You not shower after that?
No.
Nasty, dude.
I shower at night.
Nasty, dude.
That's gross. Then you
Anyway.
sweat at night too? That's so hot.
I don't
Oh my
know, 'cause I have
God.
the fan on. I'm cool. Anyway, the very member of the Jeep. So, basically the backstory, I was at school, my thermostat hasn't blown up, and I wasn't about to sit in the line to leave. So, I was like, hey, do you mind if I wait with you and let this line clear up so I don't have to risk blowing my truck up in the parking lot, melting my heads? And he was like, oh, sure. Granted, I didn't word it like that.
Melted each other's heads. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
I wish I went to public
We
school.
sat in the parking lot. This is about when Michael first started getting relatively interested in cars. It wasn't until 12th grade he really just got into cars, you know.
Oh my God, please do that on my ass.
So I think that's my favorite one with the Jeep. The Taurus, I can say, let's see, what was something we did in the Taurus that was really fun, but not scary at the same time?
You drove it that one night at Taylor Farm?
Yeah, I drove it. I drove the Taurus once or twice. Once. I've driven it once. It was interesting to say the least. I did notice one thing, since it's an electric throttle body, is a little bit of, it used to have a little bit of a delay in the gas, and it's still, I guess since I'm not used to it, I still felt that. But it was an interesting
Your
car.
throttle was freaking sensitive.
I know.
Oh my God.
It's cable
Dude,
driven.
I barely touched that trash. And it was like, oh!
Yeah.
It was like, Jesus
We
God.
traded cars for a minute today, so.
Oh, did you drive the sport truck?
This
Nice.
is interesting. It wasn't bad.
So that's that. As for the Charger, so far, I can say the only thing I've really done with that car is I've driven it. So I drove it about 30 minutes, like an hour
The
ago.
Charger.
Again, he hasn't had that car long enough for either of us to really develop a signature memory of the car. But yeah, so I guess Michael. Go into.
So
Again, you didn't know him when he had the Mustang either,
No.
so we can just shove that off to the side. because it's still using them. Bye. Anyway. The Genesis.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Did I have to be in the car?
No. It just has to be dealing with us hanging out with him and the Genesis.
I don't know.
I mean, also hang out with him and hang out with Genesis. But I mean, you get what I mean.
God. I think it wasn't just one time. It was all the times that we went to like take pictures.
Yeah.
And like get sound clips and stuff. And
yeah.
I did drive it once. And
Yeah.
I blew some
All
kids' ears off too.
All of us have driven
They're
the
having a little
Genesis.
party at
Yeah. I remember that.
I just floored it down that little back straight, and it was, oh my god, it was
It's so loud.
Dude, so good.
All of us, literally, I think.
And I didn't stall it
drove
either.
All of us.
Oh yeah, you never did.
The entire friend group at one point or another had driven the Genesis when it was around.
Yeah, I was
drove
tossed
it-
around like a schoolgirl.
Yeah, well, she was the
I drove it for 2 hours. I drove it for 2 hours in the Ingles parking lot. Michael drove it around the
I drove it a couple times. I drove it here. I drove it.
Brandon drove it in a Kroger parking lot.
Yeah.
Kaysen drove it through my neighborhood.
Oh,
and
and I
about
drove it that
killed
time
us.
too.
Yeah.
So I drove it like 3 times.
Kaysen drove it in my neighborhood and he about killed everyone in it.
Yeah.
And I drove that Fiesta into the same thing also.
Yeah.
He had to stall that one on for like 5 minutes.
I did it in the Miata. I'm not gonna lie. I did it in the Miata yesterday.
Oh, you had a long
Oh, you
stall?
did the
But it wasn't as long as Kaysen. It was like crap. So what about That's 2000?
That's 2K. I haven't.
You haven't done much with
No.
that. You rode in it like once or twice.
Yeah, I guess the first time I rode in it was.
Yeah. I went and came and saved you from
Oh
hanging out
my
with your
god!
sister.
Yeah, I hate. Yeah, I can't stand riding with people because then you're stuck with them forever.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. But what are you looking like that for? You look gross.
You keep rubbing your foot on my leg, you nasty skank.
Anyway, so I guess yeah. First time I rode it.
Yeah.
It was it. Oh no, when we go yard sailing, that's pretty fun.
That is fun.
You just cruise around, yeah.
Don't even go that fast. It's just run around in that car.
Yeah, just cruising around. I mean,
I think a cruiser.
yeah.
What about the tracky boy, the sports rack?
The sports rack, yeah. When I just
Nothing.
drove it,
Yeah.
it pops just about like the Jeep did. The Jeep backfire like every single like piston
Oh.
fire, but yours will backfire like dun, 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 dun.
I gotta show him the rev limiter.
Oh yeah, I want to see those.
Oh
tunes,
dude, it's
though.
so good.
It's awesome.
The rev limiter, it's almost like the Taurus. You know how the Taurus would go
Oh,
up. And it doesn't do it that fast, but you can hear it like.
But it still does.
Pop.
Does a little bit of something.
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
it's so good.
We gotta go check this out.
Yeah, we do.
I'll
You want
do
to take
it.
me to my house? Real quick, let my dog out.
After dinner.
And you can show him, yeah, after dinner.
Yeah.
And then you can show him the tunes and. Hey!
All
Yeah.
right.
And I gotta watch the Charger too, so
All right.
I'll do it at nighttime.
All right.
Favorite memories of his car. We'll go with his cars first since he had more cars.
You really saw the Jeep once.
I guess the time we went to the Dallas cruising with the Jeep.
Yeah.
That was like one of the only times I ever rode in it.
Yeah.
And then I walked it.
Yeah, and I was also in the car for the race.
Yeah.
The Taurus, just riding it, Caffeine and Octane, and that big comfy couch of a back seat. That thing was so comfortable to ride in. I loved it. Oh, it was such a good car.
Yeah, it was great.
And the Charger, just the crazy accelerations that the thing does.
God.
It's so fun.
The shifts.
And the shift
Dude,
sounds.
He was saying when he let me put it around, he had me get like 50-70% throttle at some points. And
100% at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at one point. And he said it feels completely different in the passenger seat.
It feels so.
It-
Dude,
yeah,
I
it's
feel.
different.
I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different for sure.
Yeah.
But I didn't actually break the speed limit in the neighborhood though. That's what's funny. Because of how
You
short
get a
it said.
burnout.
By accident.
Hey.
You can see the tire tracks.
Really?
Yeah.
It was by complete accident. I didn't even hear it.
It's awesome.
Like it was a little.
I felt it break loose and everything. He just was like, and
I was
then he hit rev
oblivious.
limiter. I was like,
Hey,
I was oblivious. I didn't know what was going on. I was so
it
focused.
just goes through the gears so quickly because it's so short.
And
It's like,
but
why
it's funny
dun,
though,
dun, dun.
you can hoon around in that car and you won't even be breaking the speed limit in the neighborhood first.
Yeah.
First. Keep it first. You get out of first, it's game over.
One of its 32 gears that.
Dude, I was going through there and I was paddle shifting it, like just like putting it around, and then I hit 6. I was like, I've never done this before. Because I don't have a 6th gear, I have a 5th gear.
The Hyundai. He's He said the Hyundai SUV thing that they're bringing out. He said, "Is it gonna get the Hemi treatment?"
It's like a Hemi Hyundai.
Oh
so
God!
weird.
392.
They're gonna have the Santa Fe Hellcat.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Oh jeez.
Santa Fe RT.
And I guess the sport track.
The sports rack.
Probably the day I helped you fix your misfire.
Yeah. That was a fun day until I backed into the brush by accident. That was interesting. I didn't actually damage anything. What had happened is I came around the corner too sharp.
Smacked everybody with leaves.
You were just all in. You were in Jake's yard.
And Jake's yard. I'm not good at backing out, in case you didn't know.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
I heard Jake's dad. He was like, "Who the hell's in the yard?" He came home with tire track just.
Oops. It wasn't me.
I was smart enough to do your turn, but I actually did it in the grass too.
Really?
I backed in and then I backed into that thing and
drive
straight out.
Yeah. That's how everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could do that. I feel like a bad person.
You're really. He doesn't like you to do it, but everybody did it anyways.
So. That's that.
Jake's driveway sucks though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. That's so stupid.
When I
I've
first
never
started
seen that
driving,
before.
I went over to Jake's house in the Durango. I couldn't back out to save my life. I did the same thing Jordan did. I was in the grass. I was all over the place, but I was 17, so.
It whacked Casey in the face with a bit of a.
Oh yeah, he got like shrubs in his face.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
it was funny.
You see him in the passenger seat. He's like, ugh.
Yeah, he's trying to block the
I was
trees.
like,
out.
oops.
You should have rolled your window up and drove away.
The
tree
With
stuck
the
in
tree
your
stuck. You would see.
Probably would have ripped the glass out of the car.
So I guess.
It's so funny, the Hyundai SUV car.
Jesus.
All right, so I guess we've covered all of our news stories for the night. We're just gonna move into the live Q&A. We did plan to have some pre-screen questions.
Yeah, I'll ask a question.
But we're gonna have you guys can go ahead and ask some questions in the chat. Michael's gonna start us off here. Why? Why what?
Why?
Why?
But why?
But why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why?
I love that video. It's so
Why?
funny. I actually, if I remember correctly, it was at church. They were talking about Pokemon. It was like an old archive from like the 90s when Pokemon first came out. I think it was something like that.
Oh, I got one for you.
What?
Did you just get me?
We just went X-rated, guys. Thanks for watching. Here goes my YouTube channel. Anyway, this
You gonna
guy
answer my question?
No,
You're not gonna answer my
I
question?
said no.
Lame.
He did.
Do I need to ask it again?
No.
What's the answer, Hayden?
Huh? Oh yeah, I did.
Oh, thank you, God. So glad.
Sorry about that.
Anyone in the chat though,
It's
you
all
guys
right.
can go ahead and
Felt
ask
good.
questions. We're in that portion of the stream, so. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the reason Kaysen's not here tonight is the G35, as I stated in the video uploaded today. If you guys could go watch it. Kaysen's water pump blew up on the G35, so he's out dealing with that today. And tomorrow, the car will be in the shop.
Oh, I got one for you.
Why are Chevy and Ford trying to build a Trackhawk killer? I did not know that. I didn't know that Chevy and Ford were doing something like that.
What is it?
They're talking about building a Trackhawk killer.
Really?
So someone like an Explorer, GT350.
What they probably do is just make a rear-wheel drive 707 horsepower vehicle.
Just a rear-wheel drive Explorer. Or
Oh,
something.
wait, what's the Trackhawk meant for?
Oh, the Mach 1. That's an electric SUV.
Oh.
I hate they're using that name though. That when I heard the Mach 1 name was being brought back, I was like, yes, another Mach 1 Mustang SUV. And I was like, all right.
Where's the nearest bridge to jump from? Am I right?
right up the street. There's a bridge. That's all. So
It is.
it's like right into a puddle though. So I'd be like, you'd still be jumping off the bridge. But it's not like we're going like. Anyway,
Yeah.
off that topic now.
What's Chevy gonna do for a Trackhawk killer, like an Equinox?
Isn't
Blazer.
their Corvette
Nasty.
640 something horsepower already?
The Zego 6 is.
Yeah, isn't that already a Trackhawk killer?
It's cool.
Shouldn't it be?
Yeah, yes, kinda. I mean,
The
Oh,
Blazer.
I guess the same market though. So like
I
an
guess.
SUV.
yeah, that's what I guess.
The Blazer. Yeah, they're talking about the Blazer.
A Blazer.
The thing about the
The
Blazer.
Escape.
Oh,
The Escape.
An Escape GT500.
Oh, God.
I know you need an Escape. Just imagine that now.
No, that's
A relish Coyote.
A Roush motor. Or a Roush Stage 3 motor. You get a Roush Stage 3 car and they're just
I saw
Make it
Stage
a
2
bowl.
on my way to Tennessee.
really.
Was
It was,
nice?
it was an older boy style. It was like his.
my dad's. So it was
His.
Oh, so it's a 05 to 09 S197.
Sure.
Nice.
But the Blazer is going to be an interesting car. I hate that they use that name for a crossover. I would have much liked it to have been a Bronco rival, just like it was in the 80s and 90s. Actually, I don't know. I didn't think the Blazer was around in the 90s. I think they moved it to the S10 chassis. It wasn't like a full size like the Bronco was.
Blazer's nasty.
So it looks like a Camaro in the front.
It does.
So why?
That means it looks like a Camry then, because the new Camaro looks like a Camry. That's what everyone I've shown a picture of the 2019 Camaro to has said it looks like a Camry. You're the only one who even remotely likes it.
I like it. Looks. I like it. Hang on.
He thinks it looks like a Camry. Kaysen thinks it looks like a Camry. My dad says it looks like a Camry.
Kaysen is a Camry.
He drives a Camry right now.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so there's a funny meme I did not put in the video last night, or in the video that went up today.
Oh God, it does look like a Camry.
And Michael confirms it looks like a Camry.
Oh, poor Chevy designers.
Oh man,
This will be getting so much crap. Everyone thought the S550 looked terrible. When it
I
first
don't
came
mind
out.
that though. It doesn't look bad.
It
Why
looks
does
like
that
a
look
Camry.
bad?
It looks like a Camry.
That looks pretty good. I don't know about the whole like little white speck.
You know, have you seen, look
Almost
at the
looks like
RS.
looks
The
like an
RS
Accord.
looks different.
Looks like
It does look like,
looks like a
Accord.
brand new Accord.
But he does make a point with the Blazer.
Oh, it's
It's a Camaro.
Oh my God,
no, that's a freaking Impala. That looks like a.
it's the Camry.
It's the
It's a
Camry.
The thing I noticed about the Blazer though is the front end kind of gives a Camaro-ish vibe, but it's the dashboard and the interior that screams Camaro.
boy.
$250 for the tuner. $250.
That's really close to your asking price. I mean,
$250.
that's a difficult one, boy.
That's a nice little chunk of change. In your
Yeah, I
pocket.
know, but I mean, I paid
I don't know.
Four
I
for
feel
it.
like
Did you pay
for
4
it.
like I did?
Huh?
You pay 4 for yours?
$380.
Three? I paid 4.
I got a discount on mine.
I guess it's because I bought mine with tune package on it. You know.
But why would mine be cheaper than?
You can buy yours for the tune package.
No.
Anyway, when I was going through the press release of the Blazer, one thing I did notice is on the RS trim at least, the dashboard, steering wheel, all that stuff literally loses, like they ripped it out of the Camaro RS. They just like Camaro.
I think I'm gonna hit him back with a 275.
Counter offer 275.
I'm gonna hit him with 280,
There you
and
go.
then talk him down to 275.
Yeah.
Like if he wants to,
If he wants to play ball,
yeah, if he really wants to play game. Oh,
But,
bollocks! I just cancel.
at least it wasn't 200 again.
Yeah, no, that's just stupid. Why are people stupid?
Anyway, if anyone else has any other comments or questions in the chat, we're willing to take those. But we'll, I guess we can just continue talking about some other stuff. Let's see, any random automotive news?
Huh?
Most of the Chevy lineup look like Camaros. That's something they did, and it irritates me. All the Chevys look the same now, with the exception of the C7 Corvette and the Silverado. They all look like Camaros. Like the Equinox looks like a Camaro. The Camaro is obviously looks like a Camaro because it is a Camaro.
The Cruise.
The Cruise looks like a 4-door Camaro.
The Cruise.
The Impala looks like a bigger 4-door Camaro. I mean, at least it wasn't like the SS, which looked identical to a Malibu, and that's why people didn't buy it.
Are they making an Impala SS still?
No.
Are they gonna? Is that what I just saw?
It said Impala SS, but it's bullcrap.
Probably not.
Chevy isn't making an Impala SS anymore.
So like, why do people? It looks like a Challenger.
It does kind of. With that color, it looks almost like a Challenger.
Oh, look at the front of it, where the lights go.
Yeah, it looks Challenger-ish, dude. It looks almost like your car.
Challenger and Charger, baby.
Yeah, it looks like Challenger and Charger just bam, come
Yeah?
and just put a Chevy badge on it. Put a bow tie on it. Like, you gotta look formal for your date, guys.
God. That doesn't look too bad. Oh, that looks pretty good.
That's a
That's a-
virus.
Oh, why?
That's a virus.
That's the previous generation.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah,
that's out now.
that's the 17 and 18. But like the Blazer. Has
Yeah,
a
I don't
very-
think they should have left that little gap out right there.
that's
on the
an
bottom of
SS
it.
and RS thing. The base car doesn't have that.
What's the base car look like?
Go through the pictures. I'll tell
That
you.
one.
Yeah, that's the base car.
See, that looks a little bit better, to be honest.
Looks like a Silverado.
Just look at the one.
Jesus Christ, Chevy.
But-
what was that?
The
It's alright. Ford puts the same grill on everything.
Yeah, they
the
did.
honeycomb grill. Or no, are you talking about the one that does that?
Mine, the Taurus's grill.
Oh yeah, the crossbar. That's just been a Ford signature forever. The Sport Track had it.
And then Dodge. Jesus. And then Dodge puts the
The crosshair and everything.
Yeah,
I like how the Fusion looks just like the Mustang.
260. Huh?
I like how the Fusion looks just like the Mustang.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Fusion looks just like the S550.
A lot of people when the S550 first came out complained it looked too European.
Really?
What do y'all think? Do you think the S550 looks too European?
That's 550.
The current generation Mustang.
I don't know. I'm so used to seeing it now.
Oh.
I'm just used to it. It's just the way the Mustang looks now.
I remember my first time seeing
Yeah.
a C7, and this was when I was a bit of a bow tie guy before I had this guy. Oh, wrong direction. Right there.
That thing right there.
Yeah, before I had one of those, you know.
This FORD.
A real American thing. Anyway.
Burley.
Enjoy walking.
Oh my
What? Anyway, as I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, my first time seeing a C7, I was going down the road one day with my mom, and all of a sudden I saw, I was like, oh wow. Because I liked the C7. I thought the C7 was one of the coolest cars in the last 10 years. And then that's coming from the C6. I like the C6 a lot too. I've always said if I bought a Chevy right now, it would have to be a Corvette. Because the SS isn't in production anymore, which would be a close second place. My only problem with the Camaro is that the way the roofline is, it's really hard to see out of if you're relatively tall. I don't see very many people over like 6'5" driving those cars. And even for me, when I rode in my grandfather's 2011, which was in the background of the Lexus review, if you go back that far and watch all the car reviews, it was in the background of the Lexus review. The way it's just the way the windshield is on. I just don't like the car that much. Like, I'm not saying they look ugly. I think they look decent. The current 5th gen and 6th gen. Not the 6th gen. The 5th gen and the refresh they did for no, the 6th gen too. That was 15 to 16, 17, something like that.
I think I'm gonna take less than 275. Or yeah, 275.
You'll get the.
If he doesn't, I'm just gonna be like, no, 275. And
yeah.
He'll probably accept it because that's such a good price for basically a brand new tuner.
Yeah.
That can tune 4 more cars. Like, I don't understand why people want half off for when you can still tune 4 more cars instead of 5.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But
realistically, it should be sold for like $325.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But yeah, that's my only problem with the Camaro. It's just the roof line. If it was a little bit bigger of a car, and I think your mom's calling you Aiden. That's one thing, it's the roof line. But if the Camaro is a bit longer, and a bit more seating room, you can actually seat 4 people.
Right.
We're gonna go ahead and just.
You wanna do some?
Yeah. We're just gonna mute the audio.
I don't know how to do that. Let's just.
And we're back.
Oh, ta-da!
After that short break. But what are you guys' thoughts on the Camaro? I want to get you guys' honest opinions on the Camaro.
It's just another
pony car kind of thing. Yeah. But like,
yeah, I wouldn't dish out the cash for one personally, but if you like him, you like him.
And this dude's not even like a big brand supporter of any of the American brands. I mean, he leans a little bit more Dodge. So does this guy, obviously.
How obviously? Please just.
You've owned 2.
There's a
Mopar
closet
cars.
and there's plenty of Linkin Park singers in there.
That was a bad joke. That was
so true.
I have 2 really bad friends. I like Linkin Park.
I'm just gonna not.
Just everyone acts like you didn't hear that. That didn't happen. You didn't see anything.
Oh,
okay.
Jesus.
But I'm saying you've owned 2 Mopar cars since you've been able to drive.
Okay, the first one wasn't my choice. That was a hand-me-down.
I was telling him because you remember you were telling me you were going to try to get a 4.0 first.
Huh?
You remember you showed me you were talking about getting a Mustang for your first car, and then something happened with your
yeah,
mom.
it was.
And then
Been
she got
4.0
tax
buddies.
return. Yeah, she got her tax return, and we went looking for Mustangs, and I got in trouble, like really bad trouble.
We would
And
all
she
had
didn't.
4.0s.
yeah, we all had a 4.0 at one point.
But yeah.
That's not a good thing.
Do I think they bring back the Monte Carlo? What do you guys say? Do you think they bring back the Monte Carlo after how bad it
hope
flopped?
not.
Yeah,
Basically,
if they do, they need to completely change it like they did the Dart.
Yeah.
Like they have to change the entire
I
car.
don't know, that like early 2000 Monte Carlo was so ugly. It was
such a bad
ugly.
car. The SS version of the Monte Carlo in the early 2000s and the mid 2000s, because they kept that car in production until like
So
2009. They did another refresh. And it looked better in 2008, 2009. But my problem with them was they were front wheel drive V6s for an SS trim. you're paying, you're
Front wheel drive?
yeah, front wheel drive.
Yeah,
Because
front-wheel drive. It's disgusting.
Oh,
I looked into it.
God!
Actually, believe it or not, I looked into them for a little while, and I was like, oh yeah, Monte Carlo's a muscle car name. I was like, I'm gonna get Monte Carlo LS.
It's disgusting.
Get an LS car that no one ever builds, and I looked it up. It said 3.8 supercharged V6. It's like, ooh.
Oh, it's supercharged?
Yeah, it's a
That's
supercharged
kind of
V6.
cute, but no.
But I was like, heck no at that point. I forgot it was 1 front wheel drive and 2 of V6.
Reverse donuts.
Reverse donuts for days. Anyway, if they did bring back the Monte Carlo, they'd have to build it like the 70s models. Big front nose, big V8, rear-wheel drive, the whole thing. But then it would clash with cars like the Camaro and the Corvette, and that's why the SS didn't sell.
Lols. He's probably talking about my
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's why we were making fun of the Monte Carlo's V6.
Oh, yeah.
Or
that
the
too.
Linkin Park singer.
Gosh.
God.
No, didn't hear that.
Don't bring that up. That was terrible. I didn't want to be rude to him, but I ended up being rude to everybody else in the world. Oh!
I guess I think that'll about wrap it up. We're about at that time. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, go subscribe to Boy Michael on YouTube here at Kindlestone. Go check out the 2018 Charger. He might be filming tomorrow, so we might get another video out of him very soon. We also have our boy Hayden here. Practice Truth on Instagram. I'm trying to talk him into starting a YouTube channel, but he is still not budging on that one. But he might eventually. If he does something like KR Speed Bike, which we talked about. That's something that'd be cool. Do like a KR Speed style channel. Not like ripping him off in any sense, but he doesn't like that.
There's so many of those out there.
Yeah, got Van Oss and stuff like that that do the same stuff.
Anyway,
as we were saying, go follow Hayden on Instagram at practice_truth. You can go check out the S2000 more in depth, especially now that he's keeping it. And he's going to start modding it a little bit more, and we're going to have fun with that.
maybe.
Anyway, guys, thank you all again for watching. And
You should
we'll
just
see
cut the
guys.
mufflers off. That would have been cheaper than buying these off.
I know.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next month. And if you guys see us at Caffeine Octane tomorrow, be sure to come say hi. We've actually been in the background of a few videos we've seen from other guys who cover Caffeine Octane.
And do it with Dan.
And do it with Dan. Have we been in the background of his videos? No, we didn't.
With when he was with that dude in blue, January.
Really? We were in the background of that?
We were in the background.
You gotta show us. Was it just we were walking around and we didn't even notice, or was it?
No, we were trying to catch up to him and say hi, and then I think that's when.
Kaysen fussed at me.
Yeah, and then I think he left. That dude in blue left early.
I remember that because his friend blew up that Evo that day.
Yeah.
But anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to come say hi to us at Caffeine Octane if you're in the area tomorrow. And we'll see you guys next time. Could you? There you go, you got it. You're closest.
Bye.
Alright, can you hit the button? Do I need to help you here?